American household debt has reached almost $19 trillion. Only 63% of adults say they could cover a $400 emergency expense with cash or its equivalent, which means that more than one in three could not. And only 35% of adults who have not retired believe that their retirement savings are currently on track. Those numbers are not about people being lazy. They're about people working, raising families, paying bills, and still feeling like one unexpected expense could crush them. And that is why so many people are searching for an additional source of income. But I don't believe most of us only want money. I think deep down, what we really want are two things: freedom and impact. We want income that gives our family more choices and more peace. But we also want to know that the work that we're doing actually helps someone and actually matters. That is what eventually led me to digital products. In this video, I'm going to show you the same three-step AI digital product framework that I would use if I were starting from zero today. The third step determines whether your product becomes a real business or another file sitting in your Google Drive collecting digital dust. So, for years, I knew the answer to a lot of my problems and dreams was online passive income. I have a master's degree in business. I have spent more than 15 years coaching entrepreneurs, and I've built businesses in several different, completely different industries. But it took me almost a decade to figure out what actually generated full-time online income in part-time hours. I tried Amazon influencer, physical products with Amazon FBA, affiliate marketing, MLM, network marketing, TikTok shop, Etsy, coaching, online services, and nearly every online side hustle that promised flexibility. During this time, I was also the primary income provider of my family of five through three pregnancy and three babies. I had three young boys at home, ADHD, limited focused work time, and no desire to spend my time and my entire life managing inventory, appointments, customer service, and multiple disconnected businesses. I needed something that could produce income without requiring me to be present for every transaction and delivery. I wanted to be able to work in part-time hours, travel with my family, and still help other women create meaningful change in their own lives. So last year, my husband and our three children and I traveled full-time while I ran my online business. Okay, that became possible because I stopped starting over every year, trying to build more separate businesses, and started building a digital product business that actually just had one simple automated system. So before I get into the three-step system, download my free Freedom Formula Blueprint below. It's exactly how I went from the struggle to automated passive income. So here's why digital products change the business. A physical product kit that has to be manufactured and stored and packaged and shipped, and a service usually requires you to keep showing up personally. And a digital product can be created once and delivered repeatedly. Okay, so that could be an ebook, a template, checklist, workbook, a recorded course, a membership. There's no physical inventory, there's no shipping. The customer can purchase it and receive it automatically, literally a digital download through email. And that's why people are interested in passive income digital products. Okay, because passive income doesn't mean no work, okay? Just to be clear, you have to first create or obtain the product, market it, build the system, and then attract customers, okay? So the leverage comes after that foundation exists. And the best digital products to sell online are not necessarily the biggest, most robust products, okay? They solve one problem, one specific problem for one specific person. So my first digital product taught people digital marketing, but I didn't create the original program. I started with a Master Resell Rights digital marketing course, which taught me valuable skills like content marketing, email marketing, audience building, sales funnels, automation, affiliate marketing, and how to sell online courses and digital products. But it also included four complete products and a license that allowed me to resell the same programs that I was learning from. So I invested $900 through a payment plan, and I earned that investment back within 48 hours. During my first 30 days, I generated $15,300. And during my first year, I earned more than 50,000 in profit from that first MRR product. So those are my personal results. They're not guarantees of what someone else will earn. And a lot of people in the same program are making way more than I did in my first year. Like Wendy, who made $650,000 in her first year and retired from her 9 to 5. Okay, she's now in her third year selling the same digital marketing program. And last month she made over $100,000 in 1 month alone. Okay, but that first product proved something to me. I could generate income and help people learn real business skills without starting from scratch or spending 6 months or more creating the original curriculum and the whole entire video course. Okay. But with that being said, almost any useful skill can become a product. You don't have to start with a Master Resell Rights product. If you have your own idea, like your experience may be more valuable than you think. So ask yourself, what have I figured out that another person is still struggling with? Okay. What do people regularly ask me about? What problem have I solved in my own life? So you could build a digital product around budgeting or meal planning or fitness, gardening, homeschooling, organization, marriage, parenting, career development, health routines, or a specialized professional skill. Okay. One of my students, Janet, used her personal experience with insulin resistance to create a simple $7 guide and a more complete $47 protocol. She began with a new Instagram account, no large audience, and no digital marketing background, and started posting just once a day. Within 1 month, she had already made her first $1,000, and now she's making six to $10,000 weeks consistently. So last month she made $24,000, and she only started 4 months ago. Okay, other students have developed products around menopause belly fat, boutique inventory and profitability, specific health transformations, and problems that they personally learned how to solve. You do not need to know everything about a broad subject. You need to help one person achieve one useful result. And that is the real foundation of how to create and sell digital products. So let's talk about how AI is changing how people work. Okay, AI is not a future concept. Okay, newsflash, but we are here and it is here and it is here to stay. So according to the Federal Reserve's latest household survey, approximately 1 in 4 workers have used generative AI at work during the previous month. Okay, AI will change jobs. It will automate some tasks, make other tasks faster, and increase what one person can produce without a large team. And there are two ways to respond to this. Okay, you can ignore it and hope that your work remains unchanged, or hope that you don't lose your job, or hope that you can get by without it, or you can learn how to use it and increase your skills and your productivity and your income. The risk is not only that AI may replace certain tasks. The risk is that someone using AI effectively may be able to complete in 1 hour what previously required an entire day. But that's also the good news, okay? It's an AI creates an enormous opportunity for busy moms or anyone with limited time who wants to make money online. You no longer have to write every page, research every idea, design every asset, or build every piece of technology alone. Okay, the key is using AI to support your experience, not allowing it to replace your judgment and produce generic content that sounds like everyone else. Okay, people are calling this AI slop, and you don't want to be a part of that, but you can use it to your advantage. Okay, so let's get into the 3-step AI digital product framework. Step number 1 is choose the product. Okay, the first step is product selection. You have 2 paths. We've talked about this before. The first path is to create your own digital product. So you can think about a problem that you have solved, a transformation that you've personally experienced, a skill that you've developed, or something that you can clearly teach. Then you use AI to help you research the audience, identify common questions, organize the information that you have, develop an outline, create worksheets, improve the title, and write a first draft. Okay. So that doesn't mean that ChatGPT or Claude is creating a generic ebook and selling whatever it produces. Okay. Your experience, your examples, your opinions, and your specific method should make the product useful and original. That is what's going to make it sell. Just generic AI slop is not going to sell. Okay. And that is how to create digital products to sell online for beginners without starting with a blank page. So, path number 2 is to sell someone else's product legally. You can also begin with a completed product. That could be affiliate products, licensed products, or master resell rights digital products. Okay, so here's how to use master resell rights to earn online. You purchase a product that includes a resale license, you learn and use the product, and then you market and resell the same product. Okay, so with a $900 product, approximately 12 sales in 1 month would get you to 10K months. That is fewer than 3 sales per week. And you'll often hear MRR is described as 100% profit. So more accurately, you keep the sale revenue, 100% of the sale revenue, rather than receiving a small affiliate commission, which is a lot of other business models and affiliate marketing, right? So normal expenses still reduce the final net profit, but since business expenses for this type of business are so low, you still end up with at least 90% profit. Okay, so quick side note. Is Master Resell Rights a scam? Okay, a resale license is not inherently a scam. Okay, it's legal, and there are tons of people who are doing it ethically and responsibly and profitably. But some master resale rights courses are promoted irresponsibly. So just avoid programs and sellers who are promising guaranteed outcomes, guaranteed income, no work, or instant success. So just use your brain, use your logic there. Obviously, like there's no path to instant success. You should know that by now. Okay, so the useful evaluation question is, would this education still be valuable if I never resold it? Okay, that's how I evaluated the program that I personally purchased. I thought I'm going to get this for digital marketing education. And if I resell it, great. If I make some money from it, great. But the least is I'm just paying $900 for a course that is teaching me how to do like digital marketing skills. Okay. I've paid a lot more than that for college courses and my master's in business. Okay. So that was a very small expense. If you really consider it, it's a really small expense, especially given that you get to resell it if you choose to. Okay. And that helps separate questionable hype from legit ways to make money online. Okay, so step number two, use AI to build the technology. Okay, so once you have the product, you need somewhere to sell it. You need a landing page, a checkout page, email follow-up, and an automated product delivery. Okay, you don't need a million things. You don't need a website. You don't need a full website. You don't need paid ads. You don't need all the things. All you need is a landing page, a checkout page, okay, an email follow-up that tells them about the product, and an automated product delivery. So if someone buys it, they actually get the product. Okay, so AI can help you write the landing page headlines, the product descriptions, the email sequences, the FAQs, video scripts, and customer support responses. Canva can help create the product and the visual assets, or anything that has to do with marketing, right? So your YouTube thumbnail, or your Instagram post, or your carousel, your reel. I personally use System.io to run my entire business. It builds landing pages, sends automatic emails, processes sales, hosts courses, even webinars, and delivers digital products from just one platform. And when someone asks me about the best platform to sell digital products online, my answer is that the best platform is the one that you can actually set up and manage consistently without tons of moving parts or complicated tech. Okay, for my business, that's System.io. So I put a link below in the description so that you can get your free account. So step number three is use organic content to find customers. Okay, so now that you have a product and a system, the final step is attention or traffic to your product. Okay, nobody can buy a product that they never discover. You can have the most amazing, like incredible product, but if no one ever sees it, they don't have a chance to buy it, okay? And you're not going to get the sale. So my favorite strong organic content options are YouTube and Instagram. So YouTube is useful when people are actively searching for answers. It's good for long form content. They also have YouTube Shorts, but I would say if you're going to use YouTube, choose long form content like the video that you're watching right now. Okay, you could create videos that answer questions related to the problem that your product solves. A strong YouTube video can continue generating views, leads, subscribers, and sales for months or even years. Okay, so then Instagram. Instagram can be useful for shorter educational content, so like reels, testing ideas quickly, creating conversations, and building familiarity through frequent touch points. Okay, so if you're posting reels, you're getting short form content, you're building trust with your audience in that way. You don't have to begin on both, and I always recommend to my students to start with just one platform so that you're not so spread so thin and overwhelmed. Okay, it can be a lot. It can be overwhelming to feel like you need to create content consistently on a platform. But if you're creating on more than one platform and there are different types of content, that gets overwhelming really fast, and you end up burning out before you reach your 90-day mark. Okay, so then you're connecting your content to a simple customer path. That looks like this. Okay, so your traffic is your content that leads to your free resource, which is sometimes I call a freebie. That goes to your email list, which goes to the checkout, which is your product, the sale. Okay, the content attracts attention. The free resource builds your email list. The email sequence builds trust, and the automated funnel presents the offer. Okay, that is the best way to sell digital products online without constantly chasing strangers. Okay, so when people search for how to sell digital products online without marketing investment, they usually mean without paying for ads. So organic content lets you begin without buying every visitor. although you're still investing time. So that is the system behind selling digital products online, not simply uploading a product and then hoping someone finds it. So the three steps are: select the product, so create your own digital product or begin with a reputable product that you are legally permitted to sell. Build the system, so use AI and simple technology, or just customize a template. Most of the platforms online have templates that you can just customize a template, okay, to build the sales and delivery process. And then you're going to create organic content. So use YouTube or Instagram. You can use a different platform if you really want. Okay. If you want to use TikTok, cool. Facebook, great. I like to use YouTube or Instagram because I think those are working really well right now, and will be working really well in the future too. So use those to attract people that are already interested in the problem that you solve. And that is how to sell digital products online. Okay. That's how an idea becomes an actual business. So 6 months from now, AI is going to be more advanced. Okay. The digital product market will be a little bit more competitive. And the same 6 months are going to pass whether you start today or continue researching and figuring out what side hustle to start. Okay. You don't need to know everything before you start. You don't need the perfect product. You don't need a huge audience. You don't need to believe that you're unusually qualified. Okay. You just need one problem that you can help solve. You need to be one step ahead of your ideal customer. And that one product, and just one product that helps solve it. Okay, that the one problem, and the willingness to keep improving until the right people find it. Your income can create security for your family and possibilities and choices and freedom. And your product can create an impact for another person. Those two goals do not have to compete with each other. You can build both. So now that you know the three-step framework, watch this next video where I teach you how Wendy, a 57-year-old grandma, just had two consecutive six-figure months, $105,000, followed by $108,000 in 1 month with one digital product and no paid ads. See you in the next video.